In the previous video, we took a glance at the positive relationship between aging and stress. In this video, we will learn about how researchers are focusing on sharing the carbon dioxide burden for a better future. So, let's get started it. To have a chance of meeting the Paris Agreement's goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial level, we must go beyond limiting emissions and actively focus on removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. However, discussions and studies on how countries should share the burden of carbon dioxide removal have been limited and have primarily focused on developed countries and major emitters. To meet the global targets, we must broaden our analysis and discussions to include developing economies. In comparison to previous studies, the allocation methods were based on expanded equity principle, which include the right to development principles in addition to the other principle of responsibility, equality, and capacity. The team used this method to convert global climate targets into national quotas and assesses the implications for developing countries. Carbon dioxide removal can be accomplished through either technological and engineering method or natural climate solution such as conservation, restoration, and improved land management. Given the large potential for natural climate solution in tropical developing countries, the study concentrated on 7 of them: Brazil, Colombia, the Democratic Republic of the Congo (DRC), India, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Mexico, which account for 35% of global cost-effective natural climate solution potential. According to Bintang Yuvono, a researcher in the IIASA Biodiversity and Natural Resources Program and co-lead author of the study is unique in that it examines the issue from the standpoint of developing countries. As a result, the study employs a far more rigorous methodology in assessing potential carbon dioxide removal requirements than previous studies. The study's findings point to a paradigm shift in the use of top-down burden sharing approaches to inform climate change mitigation. The researchers discovered that the potential of carbon dioxide removal quotas for these 7 countries ranged between 0.1 and 29 gigatons of CO2. The findings also revealed inherent bias and significant quota heterogeneity between allocation methods, making agreement on an equitable quota unlikely. Furthermore, the researchers cautioned that imposing ambitious quotas in countries with large forest area could lead to competition between natural and non-nature based solution, harming emission reduction, biodiversity, and the benefits that people can derive from nature. As a result, it is critical not to use these quotas to inform climate targets, but rather to use the result to encourage greater ambition in voluntary cooperation mechanisms. According to Ping Yovagana, the research demonstrates the fairness is important not only from an ethical standpoint but also contributes to more effective recommendations that address emission reduction from sustainable land management. Manifesting ambition should shift from top-down target setting on superficial parameters such as tons of carbon dioxide to detailed policy deliberation on more fundamental issues. Unfortunately, this still necessitates a significant amount of effort. Questions: what does the allocation method include? Given the large potential for natural climate solution in tropical developing countries, the study concentrated on what of them? USA is also a part of this research. True or false? The researchers discovered that the potential for carbon dioxide removal quotas for these 7 countries ranged between how much? I will wait for your answers in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my efforts. Good luck and stay safe.